So, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a Michel Gondry film. It came out in 2004, and it stars Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Joel, played by Jim Carrey, finds out that his girlfriend Clementine, played by Kate Winslet, has undergone a surgery to remove him from his memory. Heartbroken after hearing that, he decides to go about the same surgery. However, during the surgery, he realizes that he still loves Clementine and does everything in his power to hold on to her. So most of the film kind of looks like it's filmed in sort of a tripped out dream state because, well, it kind of is. Most of the film takes place actually inside of Joel's head. And the cool thing about that is most of the effects used in this movie are actually were done on site using kind of old camera tricks, which is kind of especially interesting because usually in movies today you see most of the effects are done post-production using CGI work. While you're watching this movie, there's one thing you might notice, you might not. I really didn't pay too much attention to it the first time I watched it, but the second time around I noticed this. And you'll see that throughout the movie, Clementine's hair is constantly changing. And through the movie, it goes from a series from green to red to orange to blue. Now, there's a couple meanings for this. Meaning, from what I can tell from it, it seems to be a way to kind of help the viewer keep an order of where they are in the relationship. There's definitely different hair colors for each stage of the relationship that they're in, and since the movie is very disjointed and it flops around all the time, it really helps the viewer stay connected to which part of the relationship they're referring to when you're watching it. In the beginning of the relationship, you'll notice Clementine's hair is kind of this bright green, and I sort of decoded her different hair colors using the seasons. So in the beginning of the relationship, her hair color is green, much like I would say spring. Spring often symbolizes for a fresh start, happiness, hope, whatever you want to call it. And so then kind of in the beginning of the relationship, Clementine's hair is green to kind of symbolize all of that. Now, as the relationship progresses, you'll notice Clementine's hair turns into sort of a deep, bright red. The way I kind of imagined this was because it could either be something like summer, sort of their relationship is kind of starting to heat up a little bit, much like the sun during summer. And as you go on through, you'll notice her hair kind of gradually changes into more of an orange color. I would say this is trying to allude to the fact that as summer comes to a close, the leaves on the trees start to turn orange, much like fall, and things are kind of starting to die down a little bit. Notice for Clementine's final hair color, it turns into a deep icy blue, much like winter, and I sort of imagine this as kind of everything has died. Their relationship has died. It's completely frozen over. The emotion is just not there anymore. The love isn't there anymore, and so Clementine really she portrays that through her just really icy hair. One scene that stood up to me a lot in particular, it's towards the end of the movie. And Joel confronts Clementine in a bookstore that she works at, and he asks her to give her a second chance. Now, in the beginning of the scene, you'll notice all the background, all the books. You can see bright colors of all the books. You can see a lot of the titles. Everything is very clear. Now, as the scene progresses, the books slowly start to fade to more of a faint white color, and the titles of the books slowly kind of just disappear. My first time watching this, I didn't notice this at all. I mean, it's tough because you're focusing on the center of the piece. It's Joel and Clementine. However, you kind of realize the second time around that this is supposed to be filmed inside of Joel's head, aka his memory is kind of slowly starting to fade as the scene goes on. And the thing he most prominently remembers is Clementine. If you're watching it, it kind of dawns on you that, oh wait, this is being filmed inside of Joel's head, aka it's memory. And it kind of starts to make sense because obviously the thing he's going to remember the most in the memory is Clementine. And so as the scene progresses and his memory slowly fades, the only thing he remembers is Clementine. And at the very end of the movie, it cut to a wide angle. And it's Joel and Clementine, and if you see in the background, everything's kind of white. And Clementine goes on her tippy toes, whispers into Joel, and says, "Remember me." And then boom, she's gone. And just like that, the memory's gone. Alright, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed my movie. If you get a chance, go watch the movie. Go watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It is a fantastic movie. I would recommend it to anybody. Have a good day, guys.